Repeat my argument back to me.
Say it, it's true.
And then argue against that. Right. I just want a good faith debate. Tell me my argument. Then tell me my argument.
Questions. I can talk just as much as you want, okay? I'm just trying to lay
Tell me my argument, Destiny.
It sounds like your argument was it is impossible for a person to have one set of ethics and not condemn another person.
No, that's not my argument. My argument.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to leave. Alex, make him shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, okay?
Yeah,
holy shit.
Or else he's going to run.
Okay, this was your argument, unless you're having an episode, in which case, go get some antipsychotics. Your argument, because your questions to Kyla were, how can you believe that this thing is okay in society, but you personally don't believe it? It seems to be a contradiction that you're saying society can have one set of ethics. Shut the fuck up, you.
Then fucking tell me my argument, you dumb blue-haired gremlin. What are you going to do, run? What are you going to do, run?
What's going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at Andrew Wilson destroying Destiny. They're going to be debating on if people can have two conflicting moral systems based off religion and society. Let's get straight into it. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, drop some comments.
This is actually an interesting thought experiment that I think is going to add to this conversation. As Kyla or Destiny, they think Len of the Plug's relationship with Adam 2 is an example of healthy or unhealthy on first glance.
They seem happy to me, but this is an extraordinary relationship. You're talking about two people that do pornography professionally and live their whole lives in the public eye. Like, that's a rough one. That relationship, that's always, even a perfectly monogamous Christian couple living that public a relationship is going to be really difficult. So I don't know. It's a hard one. I don't know either of them well enough to say.
What about you, Kyla?
I think that's a pretty good interpretation. In general, would that be something I recommend for the average couple? No, but most couples aren't famous podcasters who do porn professionally. So it's not something in general that would generalize well to the public. But yeah, I would say in general, if that was a non-professional porn, that might be an issue, but
you don't feel though
now,
that
Kyla, I gotta ask you.
Oh, okay. Andrew.
Within your Christian ethics, is it okay that they do public pornography?
Ethics, yes. Well, are they Christian?
I'm asking you if you think it's ethical. Are they Christian?
Yeah, I'm asking you. I don't know. Maybe I don't know something about Adam.
I don't think so.
Oh, then I don't give a fuck what religious people do. I don't require them to follow my precepts.
Okay, so just so there's no
I try to follow the book.
So there's no criteria for you, or can you say that that's immoral?
Religious predilection.
Yeah, can you say that that's immoral or not?
Yeah, this is the problem.
No, it's not immoral.
Yeah,
not for that. No.
Is anything immoral?
Hang on, Kyla.
Is anything immoral?
I'm not.
Wait, I have a
is anything immoral, Kyla? Shut up, Grace. I haven't talked at all. Kyla, is anything immoral? Anything. What is immoral? What?
Things that utilitarian wise everyone would agree are
so your entire ethical system has nothing to do with Christianity. It has to do with secular utilitarian ethics.
You already admitted that God is a utilitarian, so you agree.
It's never happened.
You did.
Tell me when.
In this conversation,
when you just made that up in your crazy brain.
It's all about extents and stretches, and that as things change over time, when it comes to
that, this never occurred.
Use,
literally never occurred.
Reflects and subjective.
You just made the whole thing up in your brain. I've never said anything about God being a utilitarian. That's one. Two, I want to ask you:
of course.
Are you saying that you don't derive your morality from Christianity? You derive it from utilitarian ethics, secular ethics?
For society, for other people, for the most part, for myself, I believe that Christians committing sin is immoral. But if you're not a Christian,
then you can't do any wrong
things. No. Do you want me to answer? Do you want to keep building your narrative?
I do want you to answer.
Do you want to listen? Okay.
I'm listening.
Do you want me to use my daddy voice for you too?
Yeah. Use whatever voice you think that can answer the question.
The daddy voice. So the answer to the question
is more butch.
Yes, it is more butch. That's true. Good job. Basically, what I said is that drugs are fine, sex is fine. In the case of society, I tend to use a utilitarian frame model because for Christians, there's a different code of ethics that they're required to live by than non-religious people. This is very standard in most religious practices. You don't put your religious predilections on other people. I'm not a fucking Muslim. I don't need to have a political system based out of my religion.
Fair enough. So from your perspective, though, as a Christian, is what they're doing immoral?
They're not Christian.
That's not my question. From your perspective as a Christian, following the ethics you do, you still know what's moral and immoral, informed by your Christianity. Is what they're doing immoral?
No, of course not.
It's not. It's not immoral that they're porn stars on the internet
It's
What
not
is
from a
immoral for
Christian.
Christians?
What the fuck?
For Christians,
I've never heard
it is
anything
immoral.
that insane, literally, in my whole life ever.
What he's asking is not a hard question, but for some weird reason, they moonwalking. Whatever. Let's get straight into it. Destiny pulls up and they go back and forth. Destiny gets smoked.
Okay. Can I take a stab at this? Okay. You can absolutely hold two different quote unquote set of ethics. You're not holding contrary sets of ethics, though. You can understand is you can have a system of morals that stands in contradiction to the law. For instance, a Catholic might believe that it's immoral to consume pornography, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a Catholic would prescribe that it changes the law in the country that they're in, right? In a way, you could read
That's
this
not the
as a
argument.
render unto Caesar. What?
That's
Hold
not
on.
the
No. It doesn't seem to be the argument because you're conflating the law
It
and the
doesn't seem to be
morality. So
because
you
it's
ask
not.
somebody, when you ask somebody, do you consider it a sin when somebody does something else? Generally, what is or isn't a sin is something that you're concerned with, and you're concerned with other people in your faith. Personally, I've never been in the business of, or seen other Christians at least, maybe for Muslims it's different, maybe for Jews it's different, maybe for other people it's different, is trying to evaluate. I'd never in my life, I took 4 years of fucking Catholic high school, 8 years of Catholic grade school.
Mhm.
Never once did we have a class where we went through, what do Muslims do that's sinful? What do Jewish people do that's sinful? We've never done that before. We're concerned with what are sins in our society, the Christian church, the Catholic church specifically. What does the catechism say? What does your
Yeah.
preacher say?
Okay,
And then
that's
where
great,
it
but
starts and
repeat
stops.
my
So the
argument
question- hold on,
back
hold on,
to
hold
me.
on. Hold on.
You're arguing against a straw man.
No. You've traveled like 20,000 different.
I haven't
acres.
traveled anywhere.
Well,
Repeat
you-
my
you-
argument
you-
back
As long
to
as you
me.
say it, it's true.
And then
Okay,
argue
okay,
against
okay,
that.
okay.
I just want a good faith debate. Tell me my
I'm
argument.
trying to answer.
Then
You
tell
don't
me
wanna
my
you're trying to see your
argument.
Questions. I can talk just as much as you want. Okay, I'm just trying to lay.
Tell
down
me my
some basic-
argument, Destiny.
It sounds like your argument was it is impossible for a person to have one set of ethics and not condemn another person. In
No,
society
that's
for an
not my
action that would be
argument.
done.
My argument.
Hold on,
Right.
hold on. I'm gonna leave, Alex. Make him shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, okay?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
or else he's
Let me
gonna
finish.
run.
Okay, this was your argument, unless you're having an episode, in which case go get some antipsychotics. Your argument, because your questions to Kyla were, how can you believe that this
Mhm.
thing is okay in society, but you personally don't believe it? It seems to be a contradiction that you're saying
not
society
my
can have one
argument.
set of ethics. Shut the fuck up, you retarded.
Then
fuck. Let me
fucking
finish
tell me my
fucking statement.
argument, you dumb blue-haired
I can't
gremlin.
even finish a fucking sentence.
What are you gonna do?
Wait,
Run?
wait,
What are you gonna do?
I'm
Run?
literally restating.
I'm gonna mute all of you guys. Okay, let's just go one at a time. Let's let Destiny finish this point, then you can respond to it, Andrew.
Keep Andrew muted because he cannot
I mean,
stop. doing this
Jesus
bad
Christ, I can't even finish a single fucking statement. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so
Destiny.
Andrew's line of questioning was trying to expose that Kyla had an inability to condemn anybody for sin because it seemed like she held the double standard that society could have one set of ethics and she can have a personal one, which is why Andrew was asking questions like, oh, well, do you think that this lifestyle is sinful? And then Kyla would say, well, no, I don't think so for me. Well, what about for other people? I don't judge Christians. That's why he went down the line of questioning of, is murder wrong? Is anything wrong? Because it seems like under your current system of whatever you do, you're unable to fundamentally say any particular action is wrong. And then Kyla tried to say something about utilitarianism, and he said, well, how do you hold contrary sets of ethics? That was what the entire argument was. In my opinion, I think the reason why you're running into such a difficult to answer question here is because you're conflating what is the law or what is legally permissible with what is ethical. No, the Andrew's going to say, no, I was talking about ethics the whole time, but that's not truly what we're talking about because the
Yes, it
idea
is.
now this is where I go into my personal opinion. The idea that as a Christian,
He's gonna
you could
speed talk,
condemn
but I'm
somebody
not gonna let him
else
get off the
for
hook.
not following your Christian ethics. That's just a
He can
very
spur
bizarre
talk
statement
all he
to me.
wants,
In my
but
personal
watch.
opinion,
One question.
from how I learned Christianity or Catholicism, usually when you're criticizing other people's
This diversion
inability
doesn't
to hold
work
to the
with
Ten
me.
Commandments, the
I've
Beatitudes,
seen this like
whatever set of
100
ethics we're
times.
talking about in terms of Christianity,
100
you're saying
times.
things like God
I'm gonna
commands
pin him
us to do
down
this.
right away.
God commands you to do that. These are the Beatitudes. These are the commandments. These are what the priest says. Blah 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 blah. So usually compelling somebody within a faith. So it's a very difficult question to ask from a religious point of view. Is how do you condemn somebody else's morals that is outside of your faith? All you can do at that point is appeal to the law, and your ethics probably don't have to be exactly matching with what the law is. For example, in the case of smoking cigarettes or pornography. That's my thing.
Okay,
So
great.
now-
Now, to address my argument was really simple. I asked Kyla a simple question. I asked
Wait,
you the
hello?
same thing.
Andrew.
What just happened?
Oh.
So,
Alex-
so hang on,
Oh, okay.
right? Because Alex muted me again. But that wasn't my question. It wasn't my argument, which is why I asked you in good faith to repeat my argument back to me. That way we could have the productive conversation. But what I asked specifically is, can you hold two different sets of moral values, and both of them can be true at the same exact time if they conflict with each other? Meaning, if and
Just
Kyla's
restated what I just
stop
said.
because you didn't answer this
Wait,
question.
Destiny, what
You
love's
didn't
gonna-
answer. You spurred and talked a lot, but you actually didn't answer this question. The question is, if one conflicting moral value structure says that it's okay to murder and another one does not, and you're a Christian, say it's not okay to murder, and you're, let's say, utilitarian who does, only one of those can be true. Yes or no, Destiny?
Yes.
Yes.
Problem.
Thank you.
Hold up. I gotta ask the audience, who do you agree with? Andrew Wilson or Destiny? Which one you think is cooking? Let me know in the comment section.
Problem,
Thank you.
As I restated, the problem was you're not holding, when we talk about murder, right? We're not really interested
That's it.
societally in the moral
That's the
condemnation
debate.
of murder. What we're really looking for is what is
That's
the
the
law.
debate.
Christians don't compel people to not murder necessarily, societally speaking, another person
Yes,
because
they
it's
do.
what God commands.
Yes, they
you
do.
say it's because
They do
this
it
is
all the time.
illegal. When we're talking about what the law is going to be different than your particular moral thing. Now, there's going to be a lot in Christianity where your morals
But the
actually
law is a
map
reflection of
onto the
society's
law.
morality.
Your morals in Christianity are going to map onto things that are very similar to the law. For instance,
Yes,
don't
there could be
steal,
overlap. I agree.
Don't steal.
Yeah,
don't
there can be
steal,
overlap. Yeah.
Don't steal and don't kill. Those
Yeah.
are two things. However, it's also a Christian commandment not to be adulterous. That's actually not something that's illegal in the United States.
That's right.
Now, just because it's not illegal in the US and just because it is illegal in the Christian world, is that a conflicting set of morals or ethics?
Yes.
No.
How is it not? Tell me how it's not.
Because in society, what we're talking about
In what
is the
world is it
law.
not a conflict? Dude?
I don't know. I can't.
Bro,
I can't do
you're-
it. He's like,
No, you can, and I am. I've been more good faith in this debate than either of you.
I'm going to go out drinking tonight. I need some friends here.
All right. Oh, yeah, I know. No, answer my question, Destiny. How's it not a conflict?
I just told you, because what you're analyzing societally is the law. We don't have a societal set of ethics that we compel people to follow using some kind of like third-party punishment. We don't do that.
That
We
still
have the
wouldn't.
law.
That still wouldn't
It just
mean
means,
that there's
Andrew,
no
you've already
performative
said this.
conscience.
You've already said this.
Stop.
You've already said this.
Stop,
You've already
Erudite.
agreed to this. You've already agreed to
Stop,
this.
Erudite. I know you want to spurg, but here's the thing. That really has nothing to do with whether or not these are contradictory or contradictions to each other. The ethical systems, whether or not secularism legalizes X behavior and Christians don't believe it, only one of those systems can be true. So when I ask you, if you're a Christian, do you follow Christian ethics? And you say yes, this means that you follow this format for an ethical system based on your religion. What secularists believe is going to necessarily, if it conflicts with that, be immoral. Tell me how that's not true.
Because a secular society is, the society itself is not generally in the business. The state is not in the business of what's determining what is moral or immoral.
I'm asked a
It's
truth
just determining
claim.
legality.
Truth.
The state is agnostic on the truth. It doesn't make a statement about the truth there.
That has nothing to do with anything, Destiny. It doesn't matter if the state's
Hold on.
agnostic.
Hold on. Wait. You didn't respond to what I said. You just said
Because it's irrelevant. It's erroneous. It doesn't mean anything. It has nothing to do with my question.
Your question is irrelevant.
What is
You're
going
asking.
on?
How's my question irrelevant? It's the only
Because
question.
You're trying to ask. You're trying to pretend that there are two conflicting set of ethics. The reason
There
why you're
are.
confused is because there's not. There's a set of ethics, and then there's the law. These things will conflict sometimes. It's not
But-
illegal to
The law
lie to
is a
somebody.
reflection
But hang
of
on, but
ethics.
Destiny,
It's a
Grace,
reflection
let me
of
finish.
society's
Grace,
ethics.
Grace, let me
Grace,
finish.
please
But
say
Destiny,
no.
but Destiny,
No, it's not.
you said
No,
only
it's
one.
not based on.
Grace, shut up.
Grace.
You said only one can be true. That's what you. Yeah, no, you said that, Destiny.
I said if there are two conflicting sets of ethics, generally one can be true.
Only
But
one
in
can be true.
society, It's not a set of ethics. It's the law.
No, it's not just the law. Law doesn't even necessarily have anything to do with ethics.
I'm sorry. In society, where does the government tell me, where are my list of things that are moral or immoral in the United States of America?
They actually do. They draw on this very heavily, especially from the Bible, which the axiomatic for the entire United States
When you finish this
Constitution.
ramble, I'm going to restate the same question. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the entire axiomatic principle of the United States Constitution is that all men are created equal. That is, well, the Declaration of Independence, right? That's axiomatic. So the thing is that if you're gonna state these things and you're gonna say, hey, listen, if you have two conflicting sets of values, they can both have overlap. I would agree, but only one can be true is my point. And so if only one is true and you're a Christian, how can you follow the other one and say it's not immoral? That makes no sense, bro.
Destiny totally missed the point. He missed the point. Like, it's almost as if he can't even hear Andrew. That's how woke people do. Woke people don't want to hear nothing, right? They got it in their mind that it's one way, and they don't even want to hear the other side to maybe realize that they could possibly be wrong. Maybe even agree with the person that they are so content and happy to disagree with. Whatever. Tell me what your opinion is down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video. Also, check out my other videos. That mean my previous ones and my future ones. Hit the like button.